all you out there in YouTube land, this is Trans8010, and I'm really excited about this review because it's the very first new vehicle review that I have done ever. These things have yet to appear in stores. I'm really excited. I should have gotten both of them, but I could only afford one. But nevertheless, from Nickelodeon's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy line is Raph and Mikey's Patrol Buggies, the Turtles' interlocking speed machines. Now, if you were to get all four of them, you can interlock them together and create a large mega patrol buggy. They have been seen on the show once already, and you would think that since they are interlocking pieces that maybe they should have put four, in the same box. But here, I actually like the decision because now it takes two vehicles into one affordable package. Of course, then they could have put them in individually and you'd have to buy all four and then connect them. And it would make a nice little hobby to turn this into a $9 or $12 toy. But for 20 bucks, you can get two vehicles with the ability to combine into two, and I'm really happy with that. The box itself is pretty standard for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy line. It's in the same purples, greens, and with the turtles all across the side here. This really does make for a nice, appealing package. And just like going back to the vintage days, a nice little reminder of the past. We have nice little box art featuring the Ninja Turtles each piloting their respective buggies, launching missiles, and of course, these of course will probably be stickers, shining headlights. Nothing says vintage box art more than incorporating aspects of the toy that you know would never ever work into the actual model. It's like, how many box arts did we see with working headlights and open them up and find out it was just a sticker, and how disappointing that was. Well, you could also relive those frustrations with this really cool box art. One thing that's really neat is opening up this really cool box and opening up nice little cardboard inlay just like in the vintage days. And pretty much your vehicles, they're already assembled. There's no assembly required. All you have to do is just place the little stickers on right here, place the missile inside one of the buggies, and you're pretty much all set to go. One thing I do have to say that I absolutely love about this toy line is the inclusion of the sticker sheet. Very small, and all of you vintage guys out there, the guys who grew up with the original toy line, or any toy line in the 80s and 90s, would definitely appreciate stickers. These were one of the most fun aspects of any toy line, was to open up this package and customize your vehicle, your little accessory, with these cool little stickers. And I love how they incorporated one way, caution no step, just actual little real world details that really authenticate that these vehicles were actually built in the sewers by Donatello. Okay, so here are the buggies all assembled, and I really gotta say that while it's a nice little design, the actual buggies themselves, altogether I really can't see why such a design was implemented, other than the usual marketing tactic. If you build four of them that combine, well, that means they have to have all four of them. But don't get me wrong, they are still very fun toys. I mean, each module does activate independently, so you don't have to have just one freakishly long, weird two-seat car thing. And it really does work in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe. You definitely see how Donatello was able to implement each and every single one of these parts and trinkets and just junk, and to create two machines such as these. And of course, they do come apart, and it's very simple to do so. All you do is you just push on this little red button right here, and Raph flies out. Now, focusing on Michelangelo's buggy, it is a very nicely designed machine. It does have all the engine work and just all these detailing that is sculpted in, so no stickers this time. Although there are some labels present, as I've already showed you, they're very nil, and most of the detail does come from the actual sculpt. Like back in the 80s, you probably would have had a sticker for the seat and a sticker for the engine, as well as the different warning signs, headlights, and this little shell shock decal right here. He does have two little handle grips, and they do fit in his hands with ease, and they're able to come out, and they do actually bend and rotate a little bit. Although I really don't see why, except for, I guess, to give it a little slack. And this little plow piece actually does come out. It's got two clips in here, and it just pops right back in with ease. I do gotta say, I do love the actual in-jokes that comes with this vehicle. The actual caution no step and push to launch. Obviously, not only would you find these on computer consoles of, I guess, rocket bases or just anything of importance and words of warning, they're also like little in-jokes that tell you, the kids, like, push to launch the missile here and caution one way or caution no step. You know, basically just to tell the kids, like, hey, don't step on me, or, you know, push this button to launch Raphael into action. I do see a lot of tractor in Mike's patrol buggy, and that's actually kind of like an in-joke, or more or less intentional joke, that Michelangelo's buggy would actually be implemented from a farm vehicle, simply because in the vintage toy line in 1993 they did have a Farmer Mike and tractor piece, and I actually did have that as a kid. It just brings laughter to me to actually see that implemented here. I mean, it's just awesome to me. And of course, this wheel right here is pretty much in pieces, and that's because this is where you would actually connect Donatello's buggy to create the Mega Ninja buggy. And of course, this tailpipe does come out. And it's got some real nice mechanical paint to it. I mean, you got, this looks to be painted here. It doesn't simply look like it was molded in this copper color. It looks like it was actually painted. The seat is molded orange plastic, but this right here is painted. Now we focus on to Raph's buggy. This is the one you would probably be most inclined to play with, because not only does it have the ability to roll, but it also fires the missile. Just push right there on the gear shift, and it's a hair trigger. I mean, any little touch will launch this thing. And it doesn't go too far. I mean, it immediately just hits the ground and it just slides across the table. But I still find it really nice. And of course, taking Raph out, we'll find that he does have his little red molded cushion seat. And this one actually seems to be more or less inclined to be based off of a go-kart than a tractor. It's got the floor, the running boards, the actual fenders, and this fender actually looks like it was molded from a one-way sign. So also, I kind of find jokingly that it would be a one-way sign, considering that, yeah, the buggy's supposed to go this way and not this way. And if you were to launch, it could only go but one way. So, I mean, they probably could have put, like, do not enter or something like that on here, but they chose a one-way sign. Just shows Donatello's creativity, and perhaps that Donatello does indeed have a sense of humor. And I know what you're thinking, but unfortunately, when the two buggies are apart, no, you can't put this missile in here. It just won't go. It's specifically designed for Raph's buggy. So, that is a bit of a downer. So, all in all, they're real fun vehicles. Just looking all together, they just look goofy. They are definitely well worth the buy if you don't mind that $20 price point. And and you actually do have each individual vehicle for your Ninja Turtle to ride around in. So that's another plus. So you can find these and many other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures in stores right now. These, although they haven't been spotted in many locations, they are starting to come into stores. I mean, this is the prime offering for 2013 as of right now. And if you're patient enough and don't want to spend $30 a piece on eBay, they'll be found at your local Toys R Us or Walmart in the coming days and weeks. This is Translator 10, and I'm signing off.